we said that our theories need to somehow account for these four characteristics of human movement. So how well does the reflex theory account for these movements? Okay. Since what? The reflex theory is all about stable involuntary responses, then in theory there's no way to be flexible. I've got to give you a stereotypical, every time you give me a stimulus, I'm going to give you the same result. So that's not flexible. So there's no mechanism that exists within the reflex theory that accounts for the flexibility observed in human movement. Okay? Again, no uniqueness. Every movement in theory is supposed to be the same. You tap me on the knee, I'm going to kick out at you. Okay? So there's no mechanism that accounts for the uniqueness of human movement within the reflex theory. Okay, one thing it does account for, one behavior it does account for is it offers a way or explains how we can have consistent movement. So that's because there's a direct link between some external environmental stimulus and the behavior that we produce. Okay, so that it does do. And again, just like it can't be flexible, there's no way to modify our movements. Once I trigger that reflex in the chain, supposedly that's the movement I'm going to perform. Okay, I don't have any, theoretically I have no way to modify my behavior. Okay, which is obviously flies in the face of what we all know. We're modifying our behavior all the time. Okay, so as a theory, historically it got us off to a start about how we can explain human movement, but it really didn't, stand the test of time. As soon as they developed experiments where humans could move without sensory feedback, the reflex theory kind of fell by the wayside.